Welcome to the channel Future Millionaires. I'm Mike the Investor, and JPMorgan has made their first stake in the Metaverse, and they chose Decentraland to build their virtual lounge called the 𝗖𝗥𝗬𝗣𝗧𝗢. Now, the reason why this is such a big deal, not only is JPMorgan the first bank to make this move, but JPMorgan is the largest bank in the US. They are the largest investment bank in the world currently, and when it comes to assets under management, they are the 5th largest bank in the world behind 4 different China banks. This is why this is a big deal. And so we're going to be looking at the press release regarding this, and we're also going to look at a couple slides from the JPMorgan Metaverse report. Now, before we dive into it, I want to take a brief second to talk to you about Crypto.com, where you can buy and sell over 250 cryptocurrencies. You can also earn passive income on your cryptos as well as stable coins. And let's say you just want to use the Crypto.com app to track different cryptocurrencies and different price movements. You can do that as well. Now, one of my favorite benefits about Crypto.com is their metal Visa debit cards. I personally have the Ruby Steel. I am looking to upgrade to the next tier here in the near future. Now, you can get 1% back up to 8% in Crow rewards on your different purchases, and these are some of the other monthly benefits that you can get. So if you would like to check out the Crypto.com app for yourself, there will be a link in the description below, and the promo code is Mike. But now let's go ahead and dive into the first segment of this video, now that we got the intro out of the way, right after this. Welcome back to the channel, crypto investors. We are now on CoinGecko briefly just to look at the native currency of Decentraland called Mana. The entire cryptocurrency market is a little bit over 2 trillion, and we are down on the day at the time of this video at 0.7%. Now, as we look at Mana, it is ranked number 35 out of the top 100. The current price, $3.22, and it is up 0.9% on the day. Now, as we look at the market cap, 4.8 billion. Circulating supply 1.5 billion. The total and max supply is the exact same, a little bit under 2.2 billion at 2.193 billion. And as we move down on the 7-day chart, it had a nice upswing yesterday. If you can see, before the 15th, which was the day before on Monday, it was $2.83. If we move over to the 15th here, you can see it was right under $3 still, and then we had a nice little upswing yesterday. The entire market did, but Decentraland was up around 19 to 20% at a high yesterday, and I believe a lot of that was because of the news regarding JPMorgan launching their virtual lounge called the 𝗖𝗥𝗬𝗣𝗧𝗢 in Decentraland. Alright, so now let's dive into the press release regarding JPMorgan and Decentraland. And so we can see here, this is coming from Blockworks, but this is a source, as you can see right here, from Decentraland. So this is an actual press release. The headline says, JPMorgan enters the Metaverse with Decentraland Lounge. The Metaverse, JPMorgan said, it has a market opportunity of 1 trillion in yearly revenue. That is crazy. 1 trillion in yearly revenue. So I got a few highlighted parts here for us. So it says that JPMorgan took a big step into the Metaverse Tuesday, jumping into the nascent space with a virtual lounge in popular blockchain-based world Decentraland, and this lounge is called the 𝗖𝗥𝗬𝗣𝗧𝗢 Lounge. Now, it goes on to say that when you think about the economics of the metaverse or metanomics, there are opportunities in almost every market area. Now, JPMorgan says the metaverse has a market opportunity of 1 trillion in yearly revenue as creators tap Web3 to monetize their work in new ways. Alright, so this press release continues to say we have a few other parts to cover here. The bank cited household names such as PwC, Walmart, Nike, Verizon, Gap, Adidas, Hulu, and Atari as early adopters in the blockchain economy. And real quick, don't forget about Samsung, who just joined the Metaverse as well in Decentraland last month. Back to the press release, I just wanted to highlight that. And so the average price of the virtual land has doubled from $6,000 to $12,000 in 6 months last year. Crazy, right? Now, according to data from 4 popular metaverse platforms, the bank predicts in-game advertising spending will reach $18.4 billion by 2027. And the 4 popular metaverse platforms, of course, is Decentraland, the Sandbox, you have 𝗖𝗢𝗑𝗘, and you have 𝗙𝗏𝗏𝗡𝗏 are the ones that they're talking about. Now, although the metaverse has evolved very quickly, it is difficult to base a strategy on such a dynamic space. JPMorgan said that the risk of being left behind is worth the incremental investment needed to get started, which I definitely agree with that. Don't go all in, but also slowly start to dabble based off what you feel is the best investments. Now, analysts at the bank predicted that the metaverse initial total addressable market, known as TAM, in China will roughly be 4 trillion. As it replaces the mobile internet with a more immersive experience. Now, once Metaverse begins disrupting offline activity such as real estate showings, vehicle test drives, and education, that figure is projected to soar to 8 trillion, which is nuts. Now, the last part here says they expect the Metaverse total addressable market to be expansive and go beyond the current online consumption market, which is mainly dominated by the e-commerce and online entertainment spending. And so we can see right there that JPMorgan sees a huge opportunity in the metaverse, and I'm going to show you a few slides from their project report talking about the opportunity in the metaverse. Let's check it out. So if we just look at how the metaverse has evolved, going all the way back to 2003, you got Second Life is released. 2007, RuneScape reaches 1 million members. 2008, PlayStation Home is released on PlayStation 3. 2010, Worldcraft reaches 12 million subscribers. 2013, Riot sells League of Legends. Finals at Staples Center. 2014, Amazon acquires Twitch for $970 million. September 15, 2014, you have Microsoft acquires Minecraft for $2.5 billion. We go to 2018, Fortnite nets Epic Games $3 billion in profit for the year. 2020, Decentraland is released. 2021, Roblox tops $39 billion in market cap in its IPO, and Roblox also just joined the metaverse. We have 2021, Facebook changes company name to Meta. 2021 still, virtual land adjacent to Snoop Dogg Sandbox estate sells for $450,000 in ETH. And then 2022, here we are, Microsoft announces plans to acquire Activision Blizzard for $68.7 billion. So this just tells us how things have evolved, going all the way back to 2003 all the way to now. But there's a couple other slides I want to show you in their project report. So this slide shows the surge in market cap of tokens in major metaverse platforms after Facebook's rebranding to Meta. And if you look here, you got going back to February 2021 all the way to February right now, and we saw that peak around November and December from these major platforms, Decentraland, the Sandbox, and 𝗖𝗢𝗑𝗘. And so the next slide I want to show you will be the last one, which is basically them talking about navigating through the hype versus reality. And so despite much excitement about the possibilities of the metaverse, in order to enable its full potential for engagement, community building, self-expression, and commerce, its key areas need to be further developed and matured. Now, we see these as new opportunities for teams, projects, DAOs, businesses, technology providers, and financial institutions to flourish and collaborate together in vibrant ecosystems that address the following areas. Now, of course, a lot of us know this, but we can see JPMorgan understands what is going on. Technology as a whole, of course, needs to be developed further. Commercial infrastructure, you have privacy and identity, you also have workforce of the future, and of course regulation, tax accounting, and social infrastructure, which is going on as we speak. And so this is a very nice report. If you got time to read it, definitely Google it and look at the JPMorgan Metaverse Opportunity Report. It has a lot of good information in there that really isn't put out publicly, so it's definitely worth a read. Now, what is my thoughts on all of this? This information isn't to go play in the metaverse and get lost in the digital world, but this information is for you to use to figure out what is the best investment strategy, what is the best investment in the metaverse long term. Remember when I did the first video on Decentraland, and you can check that video out here, we did a breakdown of the basics of Decentraland and also some of the backing. They are also backed by Grayscale. And remember, Grayscale is the largest digital asset manager in the world. And now we have Chase, the largest bank in the US, largest investment bank in the world. And let me just show you their ranking real quick. So top 10 biggest investment banks. Number 1, JPMorgan Chase. JPMorgan is currently the world's biggest investment bank and 5th largest bank in global ranking based on the total assets. And so this is huge because they didn't choose Samia Space, they didn't choose Crypto Voxels, they didn't choose Sandbox. They chose Decentraland to actually launch their virtual lounge. And so I think this is huge. And this is not a knock on Sandbox because I own Decentraland and Sandbox, but I believe Decentraland has a little bit more big players when it comes to backing Grayscale, and now you have JPMorgan, who has now actually started launching their virtual lounge. Now Sandbox, yes, they still have great financial backing such as SoftBank and others, but Sandbox is more so known for the popularity from celebrities such as the legend Snoop Dogg and others, whereas Decentraland has that big financial backing behind it. Just for an example, the first Metaverse fashion show is not being launched in the Sandbox. It is being launched in Decentraland. And so use this information to figure out what is the best Metaverse investments long term to help you make money. So if you gain some value from this video, most importantly, definitely smash the like button and also share this out as well because it really helps out the channel. But that is all I got for you. I will see you guys on the next one.